Will Gunter joins us from the all-new early game, 107.5 The Game in Columbia, South Carolina. We talk Gamecocks football each and every Friday to get you set for the weekend, and it's South Carolina hosting Arkansas. And when you talk Hogs football, it starts with the Hogs up front. It starts with a pounding running game since Brett Bielema has been there. But the running game not quite as devastating as it's been with some of the NFL-type backs that they've had moving on to the NFL in the past few years. But they've got a three-headed monster that they're currently using. They're running for about 210 to 15 yards per game in the SEC. Right now, standing at 2-2, coming off a non-conference win. South Carolina, the bend but don't break approach on defense has been fairly successful, keeping the point totals pretty low, but they are getting hit in the ground game. Gave up a 237 to the Aggies. So that seems to be where it all starts in regards to this matchup, stopping that Arkansas ground game.
Well, I think a couple things there. Kellen Mond was obviously very important in that game in terms of being able to break out, get some yardage late. And two, Travion Williams is a home run threat. Now, whether Chase Hayden for Arkansas can be that guy, I'm not sure, but Devia Wiley and David Williams are more of physical bruising backs that aren't really going to rip off very long runs. I say long, I say 60, 70 yards on you. So, yeah, it's a different style of offense. I mean, you look at Arkansas, how much of their statistics are skewed because of playing Florida A&M and New Mexico State. They did have a good offensive day against Texas A&M. So, but Texas A&M's defense is leaving a lot to be desired this season so far. It's a good matchup, I think, for South Carolina, even without one of their top players in Bryson Allen Williams. But I tell you what, the guy who I think has stepped up the most in the SEC this year is South Carolina linebacker T.J. Brunson, second in the league in tackles. He's been stellar. This is a game that I think you'll see him and Sky Moore factor heavily into in trying to stop that run.
Talking South Carolina and SEC and the nation with Will Gunter from the all-new early game, 107.5 The Game. So I should have mentioned this earlier. I want to be emphatic about this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for the best in college football coverage, and specifically to listen to guys like Will. So we make it available, the entire conversation on audio on Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and, of course, the topical segments on YouTube. So before we let you go, Will, we do want a selection from you in the Arkansas-South Carolina game. So how does this one play out in Columbia?
I get you see the Gamecock flag behind me. I'm probably going to be a homer here. I think South Carolina wins this game, and I don't have great reasons why because of the way the offense is played. But I picked them 24-20. I think that they will play better. Again, you're not going to see all of a sudden 500 yards of offense and 40 points from South Carolina. I do think they'll play better. I think some of the guys are coming on. I think being back home, it's expected to be a good crowd tomorrow. It's a late afternoon game, 4 o'clock. I think that Arkansas, their offensive game plan actually fits well with how South Carolina wants to play defense, and I think that'll help. I think Arkansas will have some success. But I just have a feeling that we see a little bit more production tomorrow. If South Carolina can get to 24 points, that's the magic number. I told somebody I was watching the Texas A&M game with last week when they were up 17-7. Actually, I think they were up 10-7 at halftime. I said, South Carolina's got to score 2 more touchdowns. They got to get to 24, and they'll win the game. Now, I know 24 would have tied it, but you think about the mindset of if South Carolina could have gone up 24-7, or, you know, if any point they hit 20, maybe you put a little bit more pressure on Texas A&M. I think South Carolina's got to get into the 20s to win this game. I think they will. Being at home, just something about it. I don't think the offense is as far off as people believe it is. Something needs to click, and I'm not a football genius. So I think it doesn't necessarily click tomorrow, but it gets closer, and they're able to get to 24. Arkansas kicks some field goals in the red zone. South Carolina holds on for a very, very much-needed victory here in Will Muschamp's second season.
In this SEC, the SEC of 2017, Will, you can throw out any prediction in almost any matchup, and I will buy it, and you don't need to make a reason because, again, as we stated a few minutes ago, Alabama, then probably Auburn, Georgia, and then, yeah, Ole Miss, definitely Missouri down at the bottom. Everybody else you could throw out any matchup. LSU's playing Texas A&M. Florida's playing Texas A&M. South Carolina's playing Tennessee. You could throw out any matchup, and I would buy either team winning. Sure, I'd say they might be a little bit better, but they're all 5 to 8 win teams, and it's a kind of a chaotic situation in the SEC if they're going to build a resume as the best conference after Alabama. If the Tide does not carry the banner at the end of the season, and finish this thing off as the college football champion, it's going to be difficult for the SEC to say, hey, we're still the best. All right, Will Gunter from the all-new Early Game, talking South Carolina and the SEC and the nation with us each and every week. Will, we always love the discussion.
I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.